Hey everyone, so I wanted to talk briefly about the left arm before I paint it, because I said in the last video that it doesn't really need its own tutorial because it's a simpler version of the right arm, just without the blasters. And I said that thinking that the only detail difference was this armor plate, which easily could have been made by just cutting an EVA foam square and covering it with foam strips. But shortly after posting that video, an action figure of the Hydra Stomper was released, which revealed it to be a lot more complex. Still not quite complicated enough to warrant its own tutorial, but I did want to mention it for the people following along. So, here it is. And yeah, the base is a simple plate, but the treads seem to be triangular. To make them, I just cut up one of these triangle pieces, which you can get from any craft store that sells EVA foam cosplay supplies, also online. Cut it up into sections. I think this piece yielded exactly 6, so it's like, what, 4 inches long? 4 times 6, 24, 2 feet. They come in 2-foot lengths. Tried to space them out evenly. Then I used EVA foam circle offcuts. Originally I was going to use ones from pipe fittings. I actually just made those by cutting up a foam cylinder. Speaking of, I use that for the hinge up here. These 3 pieces are just 2mm EVA foam. And there you go, that's the only difference between this arm and the other one. Although, I did change a couple of things from the video. I reinforced the joint using nails, carefully positioned so that they're not gonna, stab me. I think that's, you can't really see it, but it's 4 sheets of EVA foam thick. I also added this gear detail, which is totally unnecessary. In fact, I think this is the interior of the arm, so it's even difficult to see. But I made that out of foam triangle, come on. But I made that by cutting up a foam triangle strip, smaller foam triangles. These come in all sorts of sizes. And I added an extra armor plate to the interior of the wrist, which makes it more accurate, but I'm a little concerned about my hand's ability to move back and forth. What is it with my emphases today? I don't know. So I may even sand that down. I should probably do a test fitting before I paint it. Oh man, this is coming up. Gonna have to reinforce that before I paint it as well. And I realized after the fact that the bolts piece that goes on top is supposed to be slanted at the ends, not straight up and down 90-degree angle. I used a lot of putty on this. And each time I made an improvement, I transferred that back to the original arm that I made. So real quick. See? There. And there. So I'm gonna have to reseal this and repaint the whole thing, but I figured I'd have to do that anyway because I could see the spiral of the cardboard tube on this barrel, and that's really bothering me. So I figured I'd have to do that anyway. Yeah, and I wanted these to be more sloped, so that's all the putty there. All right. Just thought this would help for the people following along. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thank you to the new patrons who came on board for this build. Be adding your names to the list after I'm done painting, but before the next tutorial. Okay, happy crafting. See you later.